wonder what happened to you. Whatever happened, it was quite brutal to say the least. Head is standard. Let me get the circumference of it. Circumference of the skull. There we go. Poor guy. His skull is no longer a circle or circular. It's what's it called? Concave or convex? Basically, your skull is really indented. Really dented. Really indented. Really dented. 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 Yeah, dented. Indented. Yeah. Dented. Now, for your neck. I'm trying to get the circumference of that, even though, I gotta avoid the slit part. You're gonna get blood on my measuring tape. No, no, stop. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. It is so hard to measure a neck that has been hacked halfway through. The struggle is so real. Okay, there we go. I think I'm getting it now. I was getting it. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then, let's see. The distance between your shoulders. The only thing that's kind of left intact, I guess. Man, if you could speak again, I wonder what you would say. You'd probably start screaming because that was probably the last thing you were saying. Or maybe not, because they did get you from behind. I mean, from what I can see, they probably slit your throat. Or, no. Wouldn't they have bashed you in the head first and then slit your throat? Now, for your torso, sit up. Just stay there. Stay there. There. Okay. Gotta measure your torso. The length of it. You know, there's days where being a coffin maker is so much easier, and these are one of those days. Because on top, like, whoever killed you really didn't like you, because to have cut your legs off, or like your entire waist down, I mean, who does that? But at the same time, that makes my job easier, so I'm not gonna be complaining at all. So, let me see. Oh, it's so difficult having to balance. There we go. There we go. Now, it's time to measure this part out. There we go. And then across your chest. There we go. Across your chest. Cross your chest and hope to die. There we go. And then the other side, considering how, I don't know if you had scoliosis, and obviously I'll never find out unless I cut you open, but I think whoever killed you did that enough. But unless the murderer also messed up your spine and did like an Annie Wilkes on your spine, where instead of hobbling your legs, she hobbled your spine, there's really no excuse for you to have this crooked of shoulders. Just sit up. There we go. Just gonna need you to sit up like that. Just sit. There we go. There we go. And okay. That should be a good read, I guess. And then there's so many bits and parts that there's like, but it's just they're all like they're missing. It's all missing. I mean, if I were to speculate, he or she or whoever killed you or it, in case it was like some sort of like half crocodile, half human, sort of whatever. Whoever did it, they probably, I mean, like, your waist is like, it's kind of hacked off, kind of not, so I guess they weren't experienced in cutting a person in half. But so they're probably not a magician, but or maybe they are, but like one of those really crappy ones, the ones that obviously, well, I mean, they all fake it though. It's not like we got Harry Potter over there doing magic tricks. Like, we've got some random Harry Houdini, like, tricking people into believing that he's some sort of Harry Potter. And it's like, no, how about you learn your place? Which he did, hence why he died. But let me see. There we go. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, my speculation is that they bashed you in the head, then slit your throat, maybe just to kill you off a little faster, perhaps, because they regretted it. And then I guess they were going to dispose of your body by hacking it into little pieces and then putting it in acid, like in an acid bath or something like that. But then they ended up getting bored or lazy, and they just decided to just dump your torso here, where I can build a nice small coffin and not have to use so much wood. But because you are still a grown adult, there we go, I'll still charge just as much for a grown adult coffin. It's just going to be much smaller, so it's going to save me money but stay the same price. And that is called a profit. There we go. Okay. And then once more, I'm just going to be measuring your face just to see if I need to make any accommodations for the how, like, wide or how deep or how superficial or whatever I need to make the coffin, so that way it's not going to get any blood on it, like the fabric and stuff like that. Although who would care, because you're dead. Like, no one's gonna bury you up. Look at the, like, bury you up, unnail the coffin, open it up, and then look at the fabric within the coffin and be like, oh my god, how is it that this guy has not cleaned this, like, fabric? Like, they need some Tide, like, what's going on? You know, like, they're just gonna let it go because it's a coffin for a dead person. Like, who's gonna care if there's a stain in it? But then again, I want to make sure that there's no stain in it because that's my coffin, and I don't want you staining my coffin. So I'm just gonna make sure that your face is, though bludgeoned, still good in, and still common in, rather, measurement to every other face. Distance between the eyes, the nose, what was left of the mouth, and then, yeah, I think it's all set. All I need to do is just take the measurement around you. Okay, there we go. So upper torso is, there we go, and then waist, or whatever, top part of the waist, because here we go. And then your arms. I still need to measure your arms because it's longer than your waist now, so depending on how long your arms are is how long the coffin should be. Unless, of course, I would rest your arms on your body, but just in case you decide to move in your coffin, I'll make it long enough for your arms to be comfortable. There we go. And then here we go, and you're all set. There we go. So you're all set, and you're all set to get buried now, so that is great.